then I jumped back on that kid's bike. He had it at a friend's house, and you know, I was a little timid. I was like, dang, you know, it had been a little while, and I'm like, I'm not gonna let it, you know, kick my ass and make me be feared of riding a motorcycle, you know. And so I jumped on it, and I was just riding around it in the neighborhood, you know. I think that was the last time I rode a motorcycle before I had bought this one in 2015. So when I bought this in 2015, this bike it was brand new. It only had like 7 or 8 miles when I rode it off the dealership out of there. So yeah, I was surprised. Some guy at work bought a used Harley, and he had it for a day, and I guess he wrecked it. He laid it down, and then he was trying to sell it, and he was trying to sell it to me, you know. And I'm like, growing up, I always looked up at the cruiser. You know, I always wanted a Harley Davidson. I thought, yeah, but I would have rode anything. I just could never afford it, you know, coming from a family of 7 kids and parents that, you know, aren't just scraping to get by. I mean, you know how it is. So yeah, years and years later, I'll tell you another motorcycle story. I've always loved motorcycles. I loved riding dirt bikes as a kid. And this is probably going to be a crappy video because I'm going right into the sun, but it is what it is. I was in California with a friend visiting his brother. All I wanted to do was go surfing every day. He lived like 2 blocks away from the beach, and he was a tattoo artist, you know, and it was like, whoa, I had tattoos already, homemade tattoos, and it was just a thrill being out there, from being born out in California, you know. And that was like home to me. I spent summers in Riverside with my sister when she was in the Air Force, and just that state of California has always been home to me. The West is the best, right? So I was visiting, and one of his friends come by on a dirt bike, and I was starving. I'm like, let's get a Whopper at Burger King. And the guy's like, do you know how to ride a motorcycle? And stupid me, you know, I'm just like careless at times, and this was before my motorcycle wreck when I was 21. That was probably 2 years before. It was probably 18, 19. So he let me take it to the Burger King because it was just less than a block away, right on what a PCH. And so it's like I turned to right, and I went to one light and turned to left, and then there's Burger King, right? So I jump on that bike, and immediately as soon as I get on PCH, I'm just, you know, traffic's coming fast, and I'm popping wheelies, and I'm like, what? Hoping I don't kill myself, you know. And then so I'm picking up Burger King, you know, a few Whoppers for something to eat, and then I went around down the street to go around the back way back to my friend's brother's house, and popping other wheelies, just not even intentionally, you know, just from not that much experience riding. And so I was lucky I didn't, you know, kill myself or get in an accident then. So yeah, so I've been riding this It was my first bike. Two years. So now the mileage on it is 21,402 miles. I put all them miles on there. I've been down to the Grand Canyon, the North Rim, the South Rim. I've been to down Moki, Dugway, down Mexican Hat, going into Monument Valley. Been to Moab, Lake Powell, Bullfrog. Several times down to Zion. Several times down to, Moab and Bryce Canyon. I don't even know how many times. I have video footage of it, but I don't have any recorded mic. I didn't have a mic. I tried to buy the mic. I had the GoPros when I was out trucking, I think before I bought the bike, and I tried to get a mic and set up, and I just never got around to just ordering one off Amazon. I don't know why. I just thought video footage is probably good enough. Who wants to listen to my, stupid ass talk? Because I'm not the best speaker. Never was good in school, and so I don't know. Let's see how far this journey takes me by moto vlogging. Hopefully, if I get the guts to put this up on Blast YouTube. There's so many vloggers out there. I like watching all of them, all the different types of riders. I enjoy every type of bike. My brother-in-law, he recently purchased used Kawasaki, the bullet bikes, and his sons. So like a month ago, I rode up to Ogden and went up the canyons riding with them, and just motorcycles are fun. Good times. So I don't know if I passed it yet, but pretty sure I passed Benny Creek. There we go up a canyon. Nebo Creek's after that, and that's where I shot my first deer and only deer when I was 14 years old. That was a sad thing to see. I didn't like that. I love animals. I don't want to hurt them and kill them. I would shoot bunnies growing up, and you grow out of things and feel different. If I was hungry and needed food, I understand, and I don't have a problem with other people doing it. I love to see elk and moose, and when I'm hiking, and animals are beautiful. I love to see them in the wild. So yeah, what else should I talk about? I'm from Utah. I probably sound like a redneck hick just from our lingo, voice, the way we speak. I didn't even want to come out this far. I'm headed down south on 89. This is how you would go to all the national parks down there. The first one you'd come to would be it always Cedar Breaks, not Cedar Breaks, the other one. I can't think of the name, but it's down past Fish Lake a little ways. It's right before you turn off to hit 12, the what do they call it, the $1 million highway, or the I've heard them call it other things. So yeah, I wanted to come this way because I was gonna be sidetracked trying to talk about stories, and I'm not used to it. It's all new to me trying to speak and ride at the same time. I wonder if I have enough sun to get up Fairview Canyon a little ways up on Skyline. I'll do that. This I might have to cut this into sections, so my first video log and put it in 3 or 4 videos up on YouTube. I don't know, it's always frustrating to try to download videos on YouTube. It takes forever, and editing and all that. If you're gonna edit, I'd rather just leave it all how it is. And videos I have put up, I've just throw them up there, no editing skills and all that. I'm not a specialist in all that. So, and all the videos I've had on YouTube, I've deleted. I don't get no views, and I've never been a vlogger, you know, so why would anyone want to watch this? There's so many videos on there. So I'm just rambling on about stupidness. And he tried to drag some viewers in by telling a story like my motorcycle accidents, my first time, and my love for motorcycles. So I do a lot of things. I like to be out, and I grew up skateboarding. I rode BMX when I was young, bike just on the dirt hills, you know. I like to be active and hike, camp, fish, kayak fishing. I like to shoot guns. I like an adventure, yeah. I like to live, see new places. That's why I got into the truck driving business and drove over the road. That's a hard thing to live in your truck. I thank God for everyone that can put up with that and be a truck driver. So thank you, trucker. So yeah, I've done a lot of things in my life. I've seen all of the lower 48 drive-in truck. You know, did a little few things here and there when I'm out on the road. When I'm out on the road, I try to go and explore, and if I have a 34-hour reset in the area, then and there's something to do, I try to search out and find something to do. And, you know, being down in Louisiana, I went on just a truck stop being close to a little gator tour, you know, where they take you out on a bayou and they just start feeding huge gators chicken, you know, and just try to search out things and have adventures. Being down in Florida, you know, finding out there's a river, rafting down a river close by where the truck stop is, and hike my little tail a mile down the road to the, you know, go get in the kayak and just go float down the river and film and jump out of the kayak and catch turtles, you know, that's swimming underneath me in the water, and just explore the area. And being into going up and down 95, you know, and back east, being in Carney Island, is it Carney? Something like that. New Jersey, right before you go over the Delaware Memorial Bridge. There's a truck stop there, and taking a cab, and you know, for my first time taking the train taking the cab over the into Wilmington, Delaware, and getting on the train and getting off in Penn Station, New York City, going to the top of the Empire State Building, you know, just for a few hours being in New York City for my first time, you know. Having their pizza at some really cheap place. Just talking to some guy on the street, try this pizza place, it's cheap and it's good. Yeah, a few hours later, just get back on the train to go back. Couple hour ride on the train to get back to the truck stop, you know, to go to work the next day. Just small little adventures like that. Be somewhere down south and walk down into this little town where, just to explore the little city, you know, walk through the woods. What else? Going to the beach in New Hampshire. You know, staying in Greenland in a truck stop in New Hampshire. Being able to go to the Target, buy a cheap mountain bike, you know, and jumping on the mountain bike and riding 5 miles to just go hang out on the beach all day. Going up and down Hamptons in New Hampshire, the beach. Just trying to relax. Enjoy life. So, yeah, I feel very fortunate and I'm blessed that I've been able to do all these great adventures. And life's a journey, man. There's some hard times. Right now I'm going through some hard times, which I don't want to talk about. I'm not ready. It's horrible. It's like my life's been turned upside down. So I'm just following this guy punt, and usually I would pass him, but now I'm in no big hurry. When I first bought the bike, yeah, I would just lay on it a little hard to, you know, get somewhere, just because I was excited, you know. First time after I bought this bike, I took it down to Moab for the first time.